Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing, seeing mostly sunny conditions out there this morning with some very light and variable winds. Overall, should see a quiet day ahead with somewhat mild temperatures above average, and then we'll see a few chances of rain move through the area as we move into the mainly morning hours tomorrow, and then quickly drying out as we move into Wednesday. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, high pressure and control over the local area. We have an area of low pressure, fairly weak area of low pressure well off to the west. That's going to track to the northeast, and it's going to bring that cold boundary through the area. That's where we'll see a few showers likely push through possibly early tomorrow morning. And then behind that, more seasonable temperatures with high pressure building in briefly before the holiday. If we take a look at the current weather, a few clouds at 25,000 feet, light winds, temperature at 44 degrees, relative humidity is at 82%. If we take a look at our current visible satellite, we can see those high clouds off to the west, northwest, gradually starting to move into the area. We'll see those through the day today. Overnight, as we have that front approaching, we'll see some additional mid-level and lower-level clouds building in with that potential for some shower activity. If we take a look at the high-resolution model, we'll see how things expected to play out. Again, dry weather and quiet weather as we move through the day today. We'll see temperatures slightly above average, not much in the way of winds. We'll see a slight breeze start to pick up as we move through the overnight hours, but nothing too significant, with more of a southerly to southwesterly component out ahead of the cold front as it approaches the area. Additional cloud cover building in as well. As you can see, the front starts to approach the area as we get mainly past the start of business hours on Tuesday. The NAM model here a little less bullish in the way of coverage with the shower activity, but nonetheless seeing some scattered light, possibly some moderate showers pushing through mainly during the morning time frame through the day on Tuesday. Other models showing a bit more in the way of coverage here, but the timing pretty much the same. And then getting into the later afternoon, we start to see that boundary itself actually pushing through. We'll see a shift in the winds, and we'll see that pushing the shower activity off the coast, with rain chances likely ending during the first hour or two of the afternoon. We'll see some mild temperatures ahead of the front, and then behind the front, we'll see those temperatures coming down with more seasonable air moving through. We'll also see some slightly breezy conditions ahead and along that boundary as it pushes through. Maybe a low-end chance of seeing a wind advisory for some period during the daytime tomorrow. Behind that, high pressure building in, again, more seasonable temperatures building in, dry weather as we move overnight Tuesday and continuing into Wednesday. And then getting into the later portion of the week, we're going to start to see another area of low pressure tracking into the region as we go more so into Thursday, but out ahead of it we could see some reflectivity here really picking up on just some thick cloud building into the area. So seeing some partly cloudy conditions for Wednesday and increasing clouds becoming mostly cloudy later in the day. So taking a look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we'll see green conditions over the next 24 hours. Our high temperature up around 60 degrees for today, so that's about 5 degrees above average. Fairly light winds through the day, becoming more southeasterly to south-southeasterly, and then getting into the evening time frame, we'll see some increasing high clouds at first, and then we'll see some of those mid-level clouds and some low-level clouds start building in. Winds becoming more southerly to south-southwesterly, seeing a slight breeze around 7 to 12 knots as we move through the early morning hours. We'll see our low early in the evening of 49 degrees, and with that more south-southwesterly component, slightly warmer temperatures as we move through the early morning hours, so looking pretty mild through the overnight time frame. And again, those increasing clouds, possibly seeing a ceiling develop around 6,000 feet as we pass the 4 a.m. time frame, and then we'll start to see the breeze start to tick up a bit as we get into the start of the day, starting off around 55 degrees. Tides running slightly below normal, and then next couple days cloudy to start the day on Tuesday, and again a chance of those rain showers mainly after the 8 a.m. time frame, and we'll see those rain chances ending By the time we get to afternoon, or at least during the first hour or two of the afternoon, we'll see clouds decreasing behind the front, becoming mostly to partly cloudy later in the afternoon and into the evening time frame. And we'll see some slightly breezy conditions, as mentioned, out ahead and along that boundary. So out ahead of the front, mild conditions with a high of 64 degrees. We do have the yellow risk for that precip chance and a yellow risk for those winds that are above 25 knots with that possibility there. It won't be an all-day wind advisory if we do see one, likely just a period of maybe a few hours at most. Tuesday night, we'll see a continuation of some decreasing clouds as high pressure builds in and some cooler temperatures becoming more seasonable with a low around 38 degrees, partly cloudy to mostly clear. Green conditions for our weather risk. That continues into Wednesday. We'll see partly cloudy conditions for at least the first part of the day on Wednesday. We'll see our seasonable high around 55 degrees and increasing clouds as we move through the day ahead of that next system becoming mostly cloudy as we get towards the second half of the day and into the evening. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.